I wanted to first show off my lovely fall decorations because not very many people get to see them. So, what's the point of putting out decorations if nobody's going to see them? I mean, they're for myself. I do enjoy them, but I prefer somebody else saw them too. So, I just thought I'd, you know, give a little preview of that before I got into it. And while we're waiting for other people to join. So, if you have never seen any of my videos or read my content, my name is Brandon Elrich. My main publication is Brandon Elrich is So Gay. And I've been doing these I'm gay baker, gay chef. It depends on what I'm making, what I call it, basically. But I think I've done, I don't know, like 6 or 7 of them so far. And they seem to be doing pretty well. People seem to like them. So I'm going to keep doing them as long as people like them. Oh, while you're coming in, I would appreciate if you like click the little heart button because that tells the algorithm where I am. Basically, kind of gives it more attention. So if you could, that would be helpful. I guess if you don't like this, then you probably won't want to push the heart button. But I would appreciate it if you did. So anyway, today I am making a couple of things I've never made before, and it's kind of an experiment. This is uh, for amateur chefs because I'm not a professional chef. I just like to make stuff, and I will be making a papaya avocado salsa partly because the other day in one of my videos I made a papaya um, honey face mask, and I only used part of the papaya, and so I put the rest in the fridge. So I'm going to use the other part of that today, and hopefully it will turn out well. I need to get a spoon. Forgot about the spoon. So I don't know if any of you have ever had anything like this before. I certainly haven't. So it's definitely new to me. The first, obviously, with a papaya avocado salsa, you needed a papaya. If you've never gotten a papaya before, like me, before I went to the store to get one the other day, I'd never bought a papaya. I didn't even know what they looked like. I should have looked it up, obviously, but I didn't. I just thought I'd look for the sign when I went into the grocery store. But I didn't see it, and I had to ask the guy. He led me around to where the papayas were. They were a lot bigger than I had expected. That's what he said. But I picked one out, and later when I researched it, it said that you should pick one that has oranges and yellows in it. Uh, this one has a little bit of green on it, but for the most part, it's uh, oh, hello, Blue Heart. I don't recognize these other names, Sarah, Camilla, Andrew, but that's fine. Anyway, if you get one that has more oranges and yellows in it, that's the more ripe kind. The green ones are not as ripe. So this one, even though it has a little bit of green, it was about the ripest one that I saw in there. Oh, hello, Karen. I was just talking about the papaya face mask that we did the other day. So I cut it in half. Hello, Yanni. And I put the other half in the refrigerator. So today I'm using the other half of the papaya, and it's still good. It still looks good. It hasn't, deteriorated much. So I'm going to use the papaya a couple of different ways. So first, I'm going to cut it basically in half because for the salsa recipe, I am only going to use half of it. And maybe not even half. We'll see how far it goes. Um, back in the papaya. Yes, I am back in the papaya. So first, of course, you want to remove the seeds. It's pretty easy to do. Just take a spoon and scrape out the middle, the mushy, seedy part of it. Kind of like a zucchini. Usually, when you use a zucchini, you kind of scrape out the middle, mushy and seedy part. And I am just going to kind of slice some lines in it, but not go all the way through. And this will kind of make it a little easier to scrape out the pieces. So I'm going across this way, and then I'm going to go across this way and kind of make little squares. Okay, that should be good. And then I'm gonna try not to. Oh yeah, that looks like it's working pretty good. I'm gonna try to scrape it so the little pieces kind of stay um, fairly whole. Yeah, this is working pretty well. Pieces are staying together, staying whole. I don't want to just get completely mushy. Um, I kind of want chunks. I don't know if you what kind of salsa you like. Some people some people like it all like blended up, and some people like it chunky. I prefer mine a little bit chunky. I want to taste the pieces of it. So I'm going to try to keep it kind of intact. And when you stir it up, you want to be a little careful, just kind of folding it, all the different pieces in so it doesn't get all mushed. Um, I'm sure I'm missing some comments here, but let's see. What do we have? Good job. Oh, thank you. Chunks are good. I like it not too chunky, but I want to see and taste everything in it. I love the taste of papaya. Yeah. So, well, yeah, so you can do whatever your preference is. If you don't like it as chunky, of course, you can kind of blend it a little more. So right now I'm going to just start off with that much because I hadn't planned on making a whole lot. I've got an avocado here, and so when you're slicing the avocado, I slice it lengthways, and it's going to have this hard pit in the middle of it, but you kind of turn your knife, rotate around, try to keep your knife straight, and it should, if you just twist it a little bit, it'll come apart like this. And of course, here's the pit. And you should be able to slap your knife into it and then twist the knife and the little pit. Oh, well, that didn't come out as easily as I thought. But usually, if you just twist it, let me try it again. Well, I'm going to have to use the spoon, I guess. Pop that pit out of there. Oh, all right. Well, that didn't come out as easily as it usually does. Oh, well. Tastes fine. So, kind of like with the papaya, I'm going to slice into the avocado, but not all the way through the skin. Just make a few rows of slices like so, slicing down like that, and then across the other way, down to the skin. And possibly, I might be able to turn this inside out. I don't know if it'll work. I may have to just scoop it out using this. Whoop! You scoop it out using the spoon. Nope, one popped out. Yeah, I may just do it this way. So you can scrape it along the edge between the outside of the pieces and the inside meat of the avocado. And all these chunks will come out that you created using your grid that you made with the knife. And I don't really like avocado when it's all mushed up. I like it like I like to put avocado slices on like a sandwich or something. I've had it on a burger. A couple restaurants had uh, an avocado type of burger, and I like it better that way. I don't like it as mushy, which is one reason that I don't really care for guacamole. I know some people might think I'm strange, but they think I'm strange for other reasons too. That's all right. So I'm going to do the same thing with this, even though this one didn't come out as well. Um, uh, let's see. I like. Oh yeah, I saw that. I love the taste of papaya. I use a large spoon. Oh yeah, I mostly use it for sauces. Avocado with grilled cheese. Oh, that would be good. Yeah, but again, I prefer to keep it kind of solid in chunks. So here are the chunks of avocado. Okay, this part of it, this is a little solid. So I'm thinking that's probably why the pit didn't come out as well as easily because it's probably that part of it probably isn't quite as ripe. The rest of it looks pretty good, but we'll just throw in a couple of these pieces. Okay. So I've also got a tomato here. I already peeled the skin off. You know, some people when they make salsa, a lot of times my mom when she makes salsa, she doesn't even a lot of times she doesn't peel the tomatoes, which I find a little bit annoying because when you're eating salsa and you get a piece of that skin that that you can't really chew through. I don't really I don't really like that, but we won't tell her about it. I like her salsa okay. It's just I just don't like the skin on the tomato. Oh, by the way, if you don't mind, hit the heart button a few times, and that'll help. Um, that'll help alert people to the live. Thank you very much. I'm betting that was probably Karen that did that. She's always very supportive. I always appreciate you, Karen. And I'm planning on doing another live video with you sometime. We can do another face mask, or maybe we'll put stuff in my hair this time. I think you had talked about that. All right, so I chopped up this tomato. Let's go a little closer, shall we? Oh, how about we just lift up this cutting board? Wouldn't that be easier? All right. Voila. I also have a red onion and a jalapeno. Oh, I don't know if my knife is long enough for this onion. It's a big onion. Uh, I even sharpened this knife before I started. All right, let's see. I'm going to kind of score this. Yeah, this way a little bit. Chop off the stem part. Hopefully this onion won't make me cry. I don't usually have too much trouble with that. You just score it not quite all the way through, it'll make little pieces. And then when you chop it this way, should have. Oh, well, I guess I didn't get it all the way through. That's fine. Oh, yeah, there we go. It just didn't make it all the way to the end. So I'm using a red onion. You could use a shallot. I think I saw a couple recipes with of different kinds of salsa that use a shallot. But red onion is what I decided to go with. So since you just kind of have to, I'm not using a recipe here. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. But it depends on how much stuff you have, how much onion you want to put in it. Don't want to overpower everything else. Okay. So I also have a jalapeno. Let me go back and see if anybody's in. Yeah, yeah. Avocado grilled cheese. Okay. Uh, oh, thanks, Karen. I appreciate you. Do love the red onions. So I have a friend that she she gets heartburn from red onions. So it's hard for her to eat them. Now, when you cut the jalapeno, you probably know this already, but the seeds are the hot part. So depending on how spicy you want your salsa, you can either leave some of the seeds in there or scrape them out. Um, I do like spicy stuff, but I'm not sure how this one will go. So I'm going to scrape most of the seeds out. I'll make some strips of this jalapeno. Maybe I should get closer to the camera. Let's see. Mm, So I'm just cutting small pieces of jalapeno, just kind of dicing them up. And I'll toss those in. Voila. Oh, yeah. I also have a clove of garlic. Now, this is kind of a big piece, and I don't have a lot of salsa here. So, one way to chop up your clove of garlic, flatten your knife on top of it, and you can smash it with your hand, and then do a little mincing. I would advise mincing it fairly fine because if you've ever chomped down on a piece of raw garlic, it can be pretty strong. So I'm going to mince mine up pretty small. So I'm just doing basically a a quarter of a clove and toss that in there. And let's see, where's my other? Oh, it's right here. A lime. So you can kind of roll it on the counter, kind of get the juices flowing. And then chop it in half. And you want to do like you see the two ends. You want to chop it in half this way. And then now this one, I don't see seed. Lemon a lot of times has a lot of big seeds in it. But one way you can avoid getting the seeds in your stuff is squeezing it uh, to where the cut side is facing upward and the juice falls out. Of course, you get juice all over your hands, but it avoids the seeds falling down inside. So squeeze just half the slime in here. All right. Now let's see. I'm gonna stir this around. See how it looks. A couple of these pieces of pie are a little larger. I'm gonna just chop those in half. So, I don't know. What do you think? Never had any kind of salsa like this before. Now, right now, I'm going to set this aside and kind of let it marinate all together. Some more papaya. Yes, Ashley, more papaya. And I'm going to move on to my next recipe, which is a fruity cocktail. Now, it is not fruity just because I'm the one making it. It does contain fruit. I'm going to use my little Ninja blender. I could use that old thing you saw last time, the old 70s blender, but um, I'm just gonna make enough for basically one cocktail. Um, I'm gonna go back to the papaya. I'm gonna get the other half of the papaya. And again, scrape out the seeds and the mushy middle, the stringy. It's kind of stringy in the middle. So you don't really want to stringiness would be kind of annoying to eat. Oh, there's a little seed. Wanted to hang on. Hang on. Okay. Now it doesn't matter so much about keeping these pieces whole because we're gonna blend this up. But I'm still gonna like score it just to more easily get the pieces out. Put it down in blender. I'm not gonna use this whole thing, this half, because I'm gonna put some other fruits in it. And I want to have room. As far as balancing out the flavor, the papaya doesn't have a real strong flavor, at least in my opinion. So I don't think it's going to overpower anything if you get more papaya than something else. Oh, such a mess up here. I usually don't make such a mess when I'm cooking. But in the interest of time, I'm just moving on. So I'm also going to use an apple. Hopefully this is a good apple. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. I've been using a lot of recipes with apples because they're in season and I happen to have a bunch of them. So I've been trying to think of different um, apple recipes. And actually the one I found, it was some kind of drink with apples, but um, I'm not I'm not using that particular recipe because I don't know, it didn't have all the different fruits that I'm going to be using. It didn't have the papaya, for instance. But since I already had the papaya, I thought, well, why not just incorporate that? Has a good taste. I'm just chopping up the apple into pieces so it won't take as long in the blender. Of course, you don't want peels in your in your drink. I think I'm going to end up using probably just half of an apple, I would say. It looks like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of doing this, playing this by ear. Um, Hello, Amber. There are several names I'm seeing today that I don't recognize, which is good. Means I'm reaching an audience that I normally don't reach, I guess. I don't know. So, in case you're just joining, I I made a quick papaya avocado salsa, and now I am making a fruity cocktail using papaya. And so far, papaya and apples. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So, oh, one trying to escape. Let's see how far that goes. Now, normally you put some ice in here, but I used I had some peaches that I cut up, and I filled an ice tray with the peaches. I've never heard of anybody doing this, so this is a kind of an experiment to see how it worked. But I figured, I mean, if I'm going to use peaches and ice cubes, well, what's the point of that? Why not just make the ice cubes out of peaches? So basically, I have frozen peach cubes. So basically, this is just pieces of peaches and the juice of the peaches. Yeah, it turned out really well. And I'm going to put, I don't know, just a few cubes of few peach cubes in here. If I can, that one came out pretty easily. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Looks like 2 cubes is pretty good. It matches, it pretty much, don't you think that kind of matches how much of the other fruits it is? I just kind of want to do a balance. Okay, so for now, I'm going to put this back in the freezer. I also normally freeze my bananas because I will often blend those up in a smoothie. So here I have a frozen banana, and oh, I might just be able to break it in half. There we go. So I'm going to add a frozen banana, which kind of is along the lines of the frozen peach ice cubes. Bananas freeze really well. Some people eat them frozen. They just eat them, like gnaw them as a snack. But I like to blend them up in a smoothie. So I'm going to put, oh yeah, pretty much half a banana, looks like. So we've got papaya, apple, peaches, and bananas. Okay. And one more fruit, kind of. I have mango rum. So this is white rum with mango liqueur. So basically, I've got 5 different fruits, if you can count the mango. So I'm going to pour this in just to make it a little easier to blend up. And I might need a little more liquid. So I also have tonic water. So I'm going to pour a little bit of that in as well. And I'm not sure how sweet this drink is going to be, but I got some honey that I can add to it. I may just go ahead and blend it up and taste it and see how sweet it is. I like sweet things, so I'm betting that I might want to add the honey. But we'll see. I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on with the blade. And okay, so this is pretty liquidy. I was kind of wanting it to a little more slushy, so I might add a few ice cubes to it. Oh, counter's clean. It's fine. But as I've said many times before, you're not going to taste this, so who cares? I'm the one drinking it. Don't worry about it. Um, well, actually, I'll do one more. Goodness. All right. Put the lid back on. We're going to pulse it a few more times, get this kind of blended up. Ah, all right. Make sure the lid is tight. Now we're gonna. All right. Oh yeah, that's kind of the consistency I wanted actually. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's kind of a kind of a smoothie kind of texture. That's that's kind of what I wanted to go for, really. I'm gonna taste it a little bit just to see. And it is past 5 o'clock here, so it's okay to drink. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Actually, it could use a little more rum. I mean, why not? Right? A little more. And I think I will, like I said, I knew that the just the sweetness from the fruit probably wouldn't be enough for me because I do like sweet things. All right. So I add a little more rum, a little honey. Just gonna pulse it a few times, get that mixed in. There we go. That's good. All right. Now get this stuff out of the. Oh, I forgot the lime. Oh, I'll just I'll just kind of put that on top. It's fine. And actually, I could do a little sugar. Yeah, I'm gonna get a plate. Add a little sugar on this plate because I have a little glass here. Well, actually, it's plastic, but you know what I mean. And I'm going to cut this lime and put a little lime around the edge. Oh, so technically that'll be 6 fruits, right? So we had the uh, papaya, the apple, peach, apple, papaya, peach, banana, mango, and lime. So I'm just gonna use that lime juice to put a little sugar rim around the edge. And pour in the cocktail. Now, I don't have a cute little umbrella, but I did make this. I used the top of an apple. I wanted to use one with the leaf on it. I don't know if this is going to stay in here, but I'm going to try it. I thought that might be kind of cute. Oh, yeah, look at that. Isn't that cute? Also, since this is a cocktail, I decided to use a straw. Uh, what do you think? The black one or the white one? Uh, let's see. I'll go. We don't want it all kind of flesh colored, so give it a little more color. I'll use the black one. There we go. Now, there's the cocktail. And I also have, so a friend of mine gave me this. Isn't that funny? Little cat plate. Take a photo. Yes, I will take a photo. I'm going to put all this together though. So I've got the cat plate, a black cat plate, since I own a black cat, and it's getting close to Halloween. So I got some chips. There we go. And oh shoot, I almost forgot something. Oh my gosh. What am I thinking? I uh, forgot the cilantro for the salsa. All right. I'm just gonna chop through a little bit of this cilantro. I don't need a lot of it, so it's fine. We'll just get a few of these leaves and kind of uh chop through them. fine. I'll just toss that there and get my spoon. I mean, we want to serve it up properly, right? Still haven't tasted this, so this could be just horrible. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of this lime juice in with the cocktail and put a little more on the salsa. All right, let's get all this out of the way. So now I've got my little ramekin with the papaya papaya avocado salsa, my chips, my fruity cocktail, and yes, as someone said, I'm going to take a picture. Can't do it with my phone, obviously. So let's see. Uh, got a tablet here. It should work. Camera. And let's get this mess out of the way. I mean, I could drink it. I could taste it first, but I gotta have my little cute apple in the photo. It's kind of sticking out. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, here we go. Tasting salsa. Try to get a little bit of everything in there. Mm. Hmm. Chip broke. Hmm. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Okay, now I can officially recommend it. I would say though, um, it could be a little spicier. So, that time I got a little jalapeno. So I might add a little more jalapeno for this amount, or keep a few of the seeds in there. If you don't, if you don't like spicy things, this is actually, I think this would be pretty good for you because it doesn't have a whole lot of spice, and the sweetness of the papaya kind of cuts into the spiciness, and the avocado is very mild. There's it's not no strong taste there. So yeah, I would recommend this dish as well as this cocktail. That is perfect. Very nice. Well, I would say this was a success. It was definitely an experiment for me. I'd never made anything like this. Never made a mixed drink like this before. So yeah, it was great. I hope you enjoyed this. Um, let's see. I should really get back into mocktails. Yeah, and you wouldn't have to add the rum to this one. This could be a blended drink without the alcohol. You could just add the tonic water or um, some juice. Actually, you could use some apple juice or I don't know, whatever kind of juice you wanted, really. Um, yeah. Oh, and you could do the kind of like I did with the peaches. Put them in an ice tray. You put some juice in an ice tray and freeze it that way. And if you want it kind of the slushy kind of texture, that works well. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this. I saw a couple people come in a little late, so I'm sorry, but you kind of missed most of the making of it. But you can always go back and whoops, you can always go back and watch the replay. I'm going to publish it. I'll probably publish it today. Um, yeah. See, here we go. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Pat, and somebody else joined, I think, too. Uh, anyway, so everyone, time to visit Brandon. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. I didn't really plug myself too much, but before I go, if you enjoyed this content, if you want to see more of these videos, please go to my publication and you click on my name. I think there should, if you're not already subscribed, there should be a subscribe button on my right by my name or something. I think that's usually how it works. Um, and subscribe. I do. I am a freelance writer, and so Substack is part of the way that I earn a living. So I would appreciate if you can, if you're able to, become a paid subscriber to help me, pay my bills and buy ingredients. I'm not sure I can take the ingredients off my taxes at the end of the year. I don't know. Since I'm consuming it, I don't know how that works. May have to talk to somebody about that. But anyway, even if I do take it off my taxes, that's man, self-employment tax is horrible in this country. Did you know that? It's horrible. Anyway, becoming a paid subscriber would really help. I'm going to show off my little Apple umbrella one more time. I thought that was a clever idea. I'd never seen that before. I like originality, so I like coming up with things that I haven't seen before or done before. This drink, I never seen this combination before. It's got 6 different fruits in it. Very fruity for a very fruity person. So, and it's really good. I really like that. I will definitely be making this again. Seriously. All right. I don't want to belabor this anymore. Oh, I'm on here. It's been almost an hour now. 5:55. Yeah, came on at 5. Perfect. All right. Hope you had a good time. Have a good Saturday. I appreciate you very much for joining. See you next time. If you have any suggestions for recipes, something unique, I'll listen. Okay. Bye bye.